is Abera Epaphrodites, a 52-year-old farmer living in a remote village located in Musanze district, North Rwanda. He has seen his family, generations after generations, depending on Karuyeje lowland for living.
Kuko icyo kibaya cyera mu buryo besi cyera neza cyane kikagaburira abahinzi ndetse n'akarere ka Musanze kose tugasagurira isoko. Ariko imyuzure yarazaga tugakubitwa n'inzara mu buryo budasanzwe.
Maize, beans, potatoes, sweet potatoes are the most productive crops grown in Karuyeje lowland. Since 1989, they have suffered gradual effects of climate change. In 2010, the situation started to worsen as they frequently lost their crops to floods. Little did they know that the worst was going to come. In 2017, when the floods hit them hard, some recall that time when their crops were completely washed away.
Imvura yaraguye, amazi amanuka ari menshi, ibisenyi biraza biyuzura imirima, nakubwiza ukuri n'umurima wanjye waraje uragenda, hasigara ari nk'ikibuga cyo gukinamo umupira abana bakiniraga mu mupira.
Mbere amazi yarazaga hakuzura hakarengerwa. Harengerwa kuko aricyo kitugaburira, bikaba ngombwa ko tubura umusaruro bitewe n'uko imyaka twaga twahinzemo yarengewe.
Due to adverse impacts of 2017 floods, farmers have stopped their farming activities for a period of 2 years. Musanze district authorities estimate that farmers suffered a loss of 258 tons of beans and 301 tons of maize, worth more than $220,000. Through its support to Rwanda's efforts to reduce risk and build resilience of the population to natural disasters and climate change, the United Nations Development Programme in Rwanda worked with the Ministry of Emergency Management to protect Karuyeje lowland and mitigate the impacts of floods on farmlands. The project started in 2019. Waters of 3 main streams that flow from mountains surrounding Karuyeje lowland were channeled to form one river. Gabions were constructed, trees and bamboos planted to protect riverbanks. A curve was protected against sediments to enable the river to flow smoothly. Farmers have regained hope and happiness. Their farmlands are safe from floods and the production has doubled.
Tumaze kugikora umuhinzi wezaga toni 2, yahise yeza toni 4, bituma yihaza mu biribwa kandi asagurira n'isoko.
Amaje gukora imigezi twarahinze tureza, tumaje kweza turarya turahaga dusagura n'amasoko mu mago nta kibazo twari dufite cy'inzara bitewe nuko nta kibazo twari dufite.
The protection of Karuyeje lowland was initiated as a quick and short-term solution to address food insecurity in Musanze district. District authorities have engaged other public institutions, private sector, and development partners to find a long-lasting solution. Addressing climate change crisis and promoting disaster resilience is among the priorities of the United Nations Development Programme in Rwanda. Protecting Karuyeje lowland is among many projects that have increased food security while strengthening communities' resilience to climate change and natural disasters.
Agriculture underpins the livelihood of over 2.5 billion people worldwide. In Rwanda, it remains the main economic pillar, with 70% of the population engaged in this sector. Yet, it continues to bear the brunt of disaster impact. Empowering local communities seems the right approach, as they are the first to experience adverse impact of disaster. At UNDP, we were pleased to have contributed to build the resilience of communities surrounding Karuyeje lowland. We will continue to work closely with Rwandan institutions, especially the Ministry of Emergency Management, Meteo Rwanda, and the other partners to build a resilient nation that Rwanda aspires to become.
Urgent efforts are necessary to build disaster and climate-resilient agricultural systems that are capable of improving food security of present and future generations.